breaking news that the trial date has been set for President Trump, and it happens to fall, surprise, surprise, right in the middle when everyone starts voting.
This is the indictment that came down by the special counsel involving the document case at Mar-a-Lago. That trial date has been set for May 20th, 2024. Now, that's 6 months before the election, after the Super Tuesday, but still during the primary season. So you've got at least the potential for a case to be heard in that time frame. Now, look, here's the reality of this. And, Logan, this is what people need to understand. These dates are very fungible. They move because motion practices are very – now, she said on a motion schedule, but a lot of things can happen here.
The Washington, D.C. crowd is absolutely adamant that they don't want Donald Trump coming back and trying to reform them. They saw what he did before. He challenged everything about them. And so they're striking back. But I think something has happened, Jay. I think they've overplayed their hand. Outside of Washington, D.C., when you talk to normal people, common sense tells normal people that this is way too much, that they've gone after him in every possible way. They're dredging up everything. I think that there's one thing that we can say, though. This is the most scrutinized man in the history of the world, and they don't got anything. They literally are coming up empty time after time. They're stretching the law. They're manipulating the law. They're weaponizing the law. And people see it. Common sense outside of Washington, D.C. tells you they don't want this guy coming back to Washington for some reason. And the American public is saying, what is that reason?
Take the politics out. Take the noise down. You have the full force of the United States Department of Justice, the FBI, a special counsel's office working directly for the attorney general, being used as a tool that will have an impact on the most important election that will be held next year in the world. That is a dangerous place for our republic to find itself. It's not about politics. It's about our institutions and our continued perception in the world that we are a democracy that allows voters to make their choices.
So the trial start date is scheduled for the Florida case involving the documents for May 20th. May 21st is the Oregon primary. June 4th is Montana, New Mexico, South Dakota. July 15th is the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. And then early voting starts October 14th. So, this is, like I said, I'm not quite sure that this actually does go to trial then. But you don't know. But there'll be a series of motions.
That's at least the point right now, and that's where the threat is.
There's another aspect of this. Remember, that's just one case. So the New York case is scheduled, I think, initially for February or March. And then you've got a civil case. And then there could be, even today, this afternoon, at least there's some thought, that an indictment could be filed on the January 6th issue in the U.S. District Court, be filed in Washington, D.C., and that could be filed as early as today. The president was given an opportunity to appear before the grand jury. As my understanding is, his lawyers wisely decided that was not a good idea, and that case could be filed as well. I cannot conceive of a way, Logan, that goes to trial before the date of the election. Having said that,
the general election,
yes, but let me just say this. If anybody's doubting if there's a concerted effort to distract or destroy the ability of Donald Trump from being either the nominee or the next president, you got the full force of the federal government against him here. I mean, just look at the nature of what this is. And then on top of that, you've got the Georgia case, which they're saying could be indicted in the next 2 weeks, mostly likely in August.
And President Trump said that in his statement on Truth Social when the last indictment came through, or when the last letter came through, that it was happening, that he thinks Georgia would happen very soon. So, yeah, it's definitely an ongoing process.
Three pending criminal cases, fourth if you include the New York case.
Yeah.